Hey everybody, I'm Dillon Artzer.
I'm Jim O'Neill. Hey, Dylan.
Hey.
Hey.
And we're going to talk about Clarence Darrow.
Cool.
Let's do it.
Okay.
You started the Rubicon how many years ago?
1998. So we're coming up to the end of the 18th year.
It's incredible.
In November, yeah. So I guess that's right. 17 or 18.
What made you want to start a theater company?
A lot of reasons. We were, kind of entering our middle years at that point, and so there was a personal aspect to it because, you become a director, you become an actor, you either something big happens for you or it doesn't, and I was getting at least to the place where it was like, well, if I'm going to stay doing this for the rest of my life, I need to have some sort of say over how my life goes, because it's really tough to keep going at a certain point in life in this business if you don't already have something to trade on.
You're getting ready to do a one-man show. What drew you to that show?
I've been aware of that show since it first was presented back in the early 70s. I was at Cal Arts then as a student, and Henry Fonda premiered the show. I think it was 1974. I didn't actually see it then. I think he did it in Los Angeles, but I can't remember for sure. But I didn't see it in any event, but I was aware of it. And part of the reason it sort of swam in my consciousness was that I am a relative of Clarence. He is my cousin 3 times removed. I guess you could say third cousin. That may not be the exact right designation, but he was my great-grandfather's cousin, his first cousin. So when this play came along, I thought, it came into my consciousness the way something else might not have. And then when we started the theater, a friend of mine in 1998, a friend of mine up in the Northwest had been doing the show, and we needed a drama. We needed something in that first season with not many resources starting out with, just kind of going hand to mouth. But I looked at it and I watched my friend do it, and I thought, well, I remember my relationship to this character, this person. And also, I became interested in the show itself and thought, yeah, I couldn't do it now, but, 20 years from now, maybe. Well, here we are, 20 years from now, and I'm really excited to do it. When I was very young, not over 7 or 8 years old, my father told me about a murder that was committed when he was a young man. The Gilded Age, through the Progressive Era, through the Roaring '20s to the Great Depression. It's a time in American history where things were changing so much, from an agrarian society to the modern society that we still live in today. We have more technology, but the issues are pretty much already there by 1930, 1920s, 1930s. A lot of the issues are still with us. And I think that, a lot of the things that he went through in the cases that he tried and the things that he went through in his life are still relevant. The case that everybody is aware of, by the time you're 15 years old, you probably heard of the Scopes monkey trial in 1925. The evolution case. Well, that was Clarence Darrow. He defended John Scopes, who taught evolution, and it was really a test case to see if they could challenge the law at that time. And so most people are aware of that. It's been dramatized over the years several times. Inherit the Wind is based on that case, and so you'd kind of expect it to be serious and dramatic and all of that, and there's a lot of that. There is a lot of that. But there's also a lot of reminiscence about his life, his early life. He was born in 1857, before we entered the sort of industrial age, more an agrarian society before the Civil War, and it's not all dead serious, but all interesting.